Hello, welcome back to the channel. Hello everybody, I'm in the center, I'm in the dot. It looks like some kind of Looney Tunes thing. Very weird. In any case, what I'm going to be doing in this video is focusing on different characters that could be going in different question mark slots. Now I will be having my own theories, also some of yours, but do bear in mind I can't take everybody's theory on board because it will just be a case of I've got a million darts, let's throw them at the dartboard, and then we'll take a score by the end of it and go, hey, we didn't get 180, we got a million points. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to do my own theories and a little bit of yours as well. So let's try and get into this. Also, something to just bear in mind is the fact that Kabam like to put in red herrings. How the hell did they get upside down? So in a nutshell, expect the unexpected. Let's walk you through my top left hand corner selection. Now, as you can see, I've got a man thing right at the very top there. It seems the most logical thing. We're getting him next month. So, yep, that's a done deal. Over to the right hand side with the upcoming Black Widow film and also with the future Disney Plus show that's going to be the Sam Wilson, maybe Captain America, but I think from what I've read it's not the case, and Winter Soldier show. You're going to see Baron Zemo make a return. Happy days, looking forward to that, and it's going to be under the proper disguise, so I haven't included the masked version, but you're going to see the masked version. Also, below that, I've gone for Red Guardian, and this seems to fit well for David Harbour's character in the upcoming Black Widow film. Being a proper link there, I think that's going to be exactly right. I really can't fault that selection, but, you know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Going over to the left-hand corner, Spider-Woman. A bit of an iffy one coming up with logical suggestions for these question marks, but I'd love to see Gwenom, and I feel that there would be a nice little put in there because we need a bit more of the female representation for the Spider-Verse, and I feel that it's either going to be Black Cat, but I just don't feel it's a strong enough link to have it in just yet. And recently with having Spider-Man PS4, I kind of feel it's too soon with it. And hopefully as well, we're going to see a tone down of the Spider-Man characters in game, or the male ones at least. We've had Stark Enhanced suit, we've got the Night Monkey version, so hopefully there is a bit of a tone down. To the question mark to the left of them, I'm not sure, and I'm still on the fence with that. Also going over to Omega Academy and what those two could be. Now do bear in mind with this, these are going to be away from the story arcs of things like Omega Academy and maybe even the Avengers as well. So it could be something to do with a film, maybe not, or maybe just something that just ties in randomly to random characters. Starting off close to Blade, now these are some iffy ones, and iffy because I don't know where Kabam may go with this. Elsa Bloodstone has ties to the Braddock Academy, which is just below. So that's going to be a Captain Britain, there could be a few other characters from that. And I'm just really unsure about that kind of link because it may not even be anything in particular with Blade be linking off. And was Morningstar going to link to Elsa Bloodstone? Very hard to say because she's not really a monster, is Morningstar. A monster to a degree, maybe. And maybe a vampiric link there. She could be hunting. I don't know. That could be a thing. It could be not. The tech version of Guillotine, the Guillotine 2099, does play into a future theory of my big 2099 theory. So there's a lot of different theories that I've got to play about with. It seems that Professor Xavier seems to be the biggest tie and biggest link to the various X-Men. And that does leave me with incredible excitement that we could see that in the future. Going over to the center of the black spot, I've put Celestials, but again this plays into a theory which we need to talk about in a moment, but mainly with the further right hand side. Going down to the very bottom, now I know people will say to me that Phantom X is the link there in order to tie in the X-Force, but I've got this weird out there theory that the 4, because it is quite synonymous having 4 there, and yes, people could say, well, that's X-Force. Could be 4 there, and then a 5th member is going to be Phantom X. Yeah, but what about the idea that this could be Apocalypse? 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse? It could be that. Wolverine was definitely one of them. Archangel was definitely one of them. Psylocke, you know, I've seen things where, I mean, even in the film that she was. But then Deadpool X-Force tying into that. Could it be a version of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse? Could be. And again, let me point out, Kabam will put in red herrings. Nothing is very much state of yes. They will have an obscure character with a character tie-in before then juggling around this in order to fit the comic book source material in story arcs. To the right of there, and again, maybe I've fallen prey witness to this, we've got the Weapon X linking to 2 question marks going up to Wolverine. Now, my theory is that this is Mystique leading to Daken and leading up to Wolverine, or the other way, whatever you want to say with this. I'd love to see Daken in the game. I'm just starting reading some stuff about the character, so that's Wolverine's son, and it is a very dark backstory, and at the same time, he's a very angry young man. And then it just, the case Mystique would be a good fit. There's been a love interest in the past with Mystique and Daken, so yeah, what about that kind of link? Of course, would like to see that. Could happen, maybe not. Now, this is a bit of an odd one because I've been playing a game called Marvel Powers United. By the way, check out the playlist. Also, check out some regular videos. I've got 5 videos coming out in the next few days. And as well, this is a Science Supreme. If you've not heard of Science Supreme, basically it's like a lead scientist for AIM. And I feel that there could be a clever link to have some kind of AIM-based rivalry with Sunspot. However, I could be completely wrong, but I wanted to throw in some red herrings and some oddities because, as I said, Kabam will go down that route. Champions and characters you think you're getting, and these question marks, they can be very skewy. Now, what of the question mark to the right? Well, entropy. Now, we do know from playing the event quests that entropy will play a part in whatever is going to happen in the future. Will it be with this big black spot in the center? Maybe, maybe not. But there are certain things pointing to there could be this, because she's the daughter of a bigger being, so you never know what could happen. Over to the right, I'm looking at Genis Vale. Now, this was something that I think a couple of people corrected me on when they said that, when I was like, okay, this silhouette is going to mean that Nova's going to come into the game. Well, no, not at all. Genis Vale seems a good link going over from Captain Marvel, and will again this play into the biggest story of the big black spot in the center? Maybe, or maybe not. When the new warriors come in play, I kind of feel this again points to a character which I talked about in a previous puzzle called Tarax, and the fact is that links off to MODOK. Even though Tarax would be more of a herald of Galactus, it could still play a part in the future, and again, it goes down to this maybe red herring. Maybe Kabam don't want to give you the full aspect of the story, what's going on in the center, until they've established some of the characters to get down the line of the story arc. Down below that, between the Collector and what will be the Grand Master, I've got Death, the character of Death. Not a playable character, similar to Karina, not a playable character either. But the fact is, could play some part in expanding this story. As we know from the original Contest of Champions, Death played a massive factor in the main winding up of both the Collector and the Grand Master. So it's a case that Death could play some part, but only in a story aspect. Getting down to the bottom right, there's going to be several theories now. Okay, so first and foremost, let's clarify what this question mark between Iron Patriot and Green Goblin could be. Well, it's going to be it must be Harry Osborn. But would it be something that would link them both? And that has got to be this alternate version of the American Sun, which is like the alternate version of Iron Patriot, American Sun. And that's, well, Harry Osborn in a kind of Iron Patriot type suit. Could it be Hobgoblin, which a lot of people have said it could be? Maybe, maybe not, but you just do not know. It seems to be a logical link, unless it would be a tie-in story. But Harry Osborn coming into the game in some capacity would be a cool thing. Would it be an alternate version of Green Goblin? Maybe, maybe not, but I think it's probably this going to be American Sun. Going over to the right, bottom right, there's some things that I'm just unsure about. Mephisto could tie into anything, and it could even be like a Kabam own character created in the future, but I really am unsure. Reed Richards, as we know, we are getting either by the end of the year or the start of next year. And then we've got some theories that I've got, and also some other people in the stream. Last night, I think it was Alan that mentioned something like, okay, what about the Maker? And the Maker could have association with Doctor Doom, trying to stop him getting his soul back. There could be something where we have, actually the big twist is Doctor Doom is actually a good guy. And with the Doom Avengers, I think it's called the Avengers of Doom or Doom Avengers, there's this Elsa Bloodstone, there's Stingray and Valkyrie. Now, if those were looking to get into the game by any stretch of the imagination, then maybe it's a case of like the red herring is treating this character as a good guy as opposed to a bad guy. There's also another theory playing out that he could be Doom 2099, and it's something of a video that I'm going to put out, I think, on Thursday or Friday of this week, looking at the theory that Kabam are creating a 2099 crossover universe. Now, again, that's a running theory that I've got, and actually the center is something to do with maybe time travel or a different timeline. Also, it's been said about the idea of multiversal travel, and that could be the case. Now, do bear in mind that the battle world is one of many different worlds, so that could set up something for different types of acts in different places. Now, again, you could be looking at maybe this black spies associating with characters like Galactus, or could even be the Beyonder. There is so many theories playing out at the moment, and I think I would be doing a disservice if I didn't wait a little while to see what we had by, I'd say, February, that started to give us an indication of where this new story arc is going with Kabam. Either way, what are your thoughts on where the story is going? And as I said, I'm waiting to probably February time to kind of get a real idea of more characters being added to this as to the directions. It might be interesting to have conversations with some of the Kabam developers, even Gabe in New York Comic Con, to kind of find out, well, what is the idea for the future? Where are we going with this? Are we going in a different timeline? Are we going off-world? Are we introducing more elders? Because that could be another thing. There's talk of maybe more use of things like Infinity Stones. Are they still in this whole kind of lore of this game, or have they gone completely from the game whatsoever? I don't know, but I'm quite excited to see what could be the future. And that has been the video. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content, as well as VR content and any other things that I may be posting in the next couple of weeks whilst I'm in New York. Hit up some other content here and here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.